on from my video where I spoke about Mariah Nagasu, I did like a profile on her. I'm going to move on again and do another profile on another skater. This time it's going to be Rachel Flatt. Now, Rachel Flatt is also an American figure skater, and like Mariah, she's also considered to be one of the kind of rising stars of the figure skating world. Which is a bit strange because she's actually racked up quite an impressive amount of titles and wins under her belt. So to think of her as up and coming isn't actually all that correct. She was the 2008 World Junior Champion. She came in second at the US National Championships in 2008 and 2009, and finally in 2010 she won the US National Championships. So she's quite a big splash in the American figure skating world, but on the world stage at a senior level she hasn't quite made the impact that she has, say, in the States. She didn't qualify for the Grand Prix season in her first, like, being old enough and being able to qualify for it. She didn't qualify. I think she came 2nd and 7th in her Grand Prix events last year. And then, let me see, oh yes, the Olympics where she came 7th again. Rachel Flatt has an unfortunate surname when it comes to figure skating. The commentators keep saying that her skating is flat. She's not Mariah Nagasu, she's not Yuna Kim. And also, this is kind of, you know, she's not of Asian descent. Rachel Flatt is your typical blonde hair, blue-eyed, she's got a big, like, chubby cheeks and like a pursed little mouth, and she's kind of a beauty all to her own that's kind of different from the Asian and skaters of Asian descent that are really dominating skating at the moment. I don't want to say she's big boned or heavier, that's not quite right, but her physique is just different, I think, than other figure skaters. And I think in a good way. She's more meatier, she's more rounder, she looks more capable on the ice. Like some of the thinner skaters, sometimes Yuna can look very thin and you're wondering, God, is this girl going to break in half when she does her triple? But she's very, very consistent. Like, she can be trusted to land at her jumps, and she does land them consistently across the board. One of the reasons why I like Rachel Flatt is that she's kind of the underdog now. Although she's the reigning US National Championship, she is kind of in the shadow of Mariah Nagasu, who is just a completely different breed altogether. I mean, the two girls seem to get on quite well from what I can gather, not knowing them personally or anything. People think she took away the national championship title from Mariah Nagasu. Mariah Nagasu skated last and put in such a performance, nearly of a lifetime, that everyone thought she'd won. Even the commentators, I remember them saying, Scott Hamill was like, oh, she can pack her bags now. You know, Mariah seems to have gone there, getting higher than her in the Olympics especially, and also at Worlds as well. Rachel gets downgraded a lot for under rotation, and I think in the upcoming season what's important to watch for her is her consistency will keep her, maybe not necessarily on the podium, but maybe definitely no lower than 5th. I'd say she'd be in the kind of 5th to 3rd range in a lot of her events. She's got her 2 Grand Prix designations. Hopefully she'll get the final. I'd love to see her in the final. And also, what else? Yeah, you've got the US National Championships again, and she's got such a good record there of 2 seconds and a 1st. She's a big nerd as well, from what I hear. One of her parents is a molecular biologist, and I remember on the Olympics during their coverage they were saying that the night before her long program or her short program, she was doing like a book review the night before. And people have kind of come around now to saying that her study is just too much to compete with figure skating, that, you know, skaters choose one now or the other. You can't, what's the saying? A horse can't ride, no, a horse can't wear 2 saddles. Rachel Flatt doesn't often get the credit that is owed to her. You know, she's the US National Championship, but that's kind of got a funny cloud over it, a funky cloud over it, since Mariah, I think, was the performer on the night and was the better skater on the night, even though she under-rotated those jumps. One of the highlights of this year for me in relation to Rachel Flatt's programs are her Sing Sing Sing, which was her short number, which was quite good. And she had a moment where she was doing her spiral sequence where she catches her ankle and just brings it right up, right when the note hits a really high pitch. And it's just fantastic. My only quibble with Rachel Flatt is how she jumps. Does anyone else notice that she kind of lifts up her chin when she jumps? Like, she just jumps like that. And it's kind of strange. Maybe it's just me. But now that I've pointed it out to you, that's all you're going to see whenever you look at her videos. So guys, any comments on Rachel? How's she going to do? What's going to happen? Let us know. Bye.